Let's talk more sex allegations. It looks like Republicans in Washington seemed near panic Thursday in the light of a news report in which four women said Roy S. Moore, the Republican nominee of a United States Senate seat in Alabama and an evangelical Christian, had made sexual or romantic overtures to them when they were teenagers and he was in his 30s. Senator Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, the Republican majority leader, said Mr. Moore should step aside ahead of the December 12th special elections if the allegations were true. But in Alabama, the fallout was uncertain for a candidate who was considered a hero in some circles for his conservative cultural stances. Mr. Moore, the former Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court, was twice removed from that office for his positions on gay marriage and a Ten Commandments display. On Thursday, he strenuously denied the allegations the women made about him in on the record interviews included in the report that was published by the Washington Post. And it was clear that many in his conservative base were in no mood to desert him in a race for Senate seat Republicans considered crucial to maintaining their majority in the upper chamber. John Skipper, 66, a former chair of the Mobile County Republican Party, declared the allegations total contrived media garbage. I guess that's some of Donald Trump's fake news. Mr. Skipper said that he would still support the candidate and that he figured most of the Alabama Republicans he knew would do the same. Most of them will not be shocked, he said, and will rather be expecting these shenanigans being pulled by the Democrats as standard operating procedure. So do they really think that this lady is going to just come and make up these allegations? And not one lady, what did it say, four ladies make up these allegations just to support a Democratic agenda? Come on, people. Well, whether Mr. Skipper's prediction proves true remains to be seen, but the report unquestionably introduced new waves of uncertainty and turmoil into a race for the Senate seat vacated by Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General. The women cited in the Washington Post article said that Mr. Moore had pursued them in the 1970s and the 1980s when he was a lawyer in his early 30s. Mr. Moore was defiant, denying the charges and attacking the news media. These allegations are completely false and are a desperate political attack by the National Democratic Party and the Washington Post on this campaign, he said in a statement. He later attributed the news to the Obama-Clinton machine's liberal media lapdogs. Wow. Brett Doster, an advisor to Mr. Moore, said the candidate would absolutely not drop out of the race, calling the charges a fabricated November surprise. Others in Alabama shrugged at the allegations. There's nothing to see here, said Jim Zeiger, the state auditor and a longtime supporter of Mr. Moore. Single man, early 30s, never been married, dating teenage girls, never been married, and he liked younger girls. According to the Washington Post account, he never had sexual intercourse with any of them. But Mr. Moore's candidacy appears to be in grave danger. Senate Republicans moved en masse to distance themselves from their nominee almost as soon as the news article was posted. It seems there is a lot of news and allegations of sexual assault being made by prominent people this month, even this week. And I just have to wonder how much of it is true. Not to say, I don't want to discredit any woman, and if any woman or child feels like they were sexually assaulted, that is definitely something to be taken serious. But I do have to say, people, what happens? Why didn't anyone report these things back then? We're talking about, they said these alleged acts happened in like the 70s and 80s. Okay, this is 2017. Why wait till now? I mean, I do have to question that. And with all of these, even in the Spacey case and all of these things, definitely cases to be taken serious. But why wait 20 and 30 years? I don't get that. But anyway, let's see. It says, like most Americans, the president believes we cannot allow a mere allegation in this case, one from many years ago, to destroy a person's life. I do agree, if it's not true. Sarah Sanders, the White House press secretary, said in a statement from Da Nang, Vietnam, where the president is attending an economic summit meeting. Oh, he's in Vietnam. Sorry. Where the president is attending an economic summit meeting. However, the president also believes that if these allegations are true, Judge Moore will do the right thing and step aside. If these allegations are true, his candidacy is not substantial, said Senator John Cornyn of Texas, the second-ranking Republican. Mr. Cornyn said he wanted to know more before withdrawing his endorsement of Mr. Moore. So I agree. I'm not going to go on. I agree. I mean, it's more to be looked into. I'm definitely sure there's some kind of story there and something to be heard. I do not believe that this is all some fabricated story brought up by Democrats. I do believe that these females probably do feel that something happened to them or something of that nature. It's just things that we need to follow. So I just wanted to bring that to light. So something for you guys to keep a watch on. Any Alabama listeners, definitely find out more and also support your local Democratic candidate. Now, I do want to say that I am not this is not a political show. For those of you that this may be your first time listening, this is not a Democratic show. I typically try and talk about things that are going on in the world and things that could help our Black community. But today, this is what I chose to talk about with the recent reports from the election and also with all of these sex scandals that's going on, and they have now hit the political arena. So I don't know what you guys think. Isn't it like, shouldn't there be some statute of limitation or something? I don't know. Tell me what you think. You can leave your comment at my website, www.dareva.com. That's DAREV like Victoria, .com. Scroll down to the comment section, leave your comment there. Tell me, what do you think about all of these recent sexual allegations that are 10 years or better allegations, just now being brought up. So tell me what you think. Anyway, I am going to get back to some music. I want you to know that when I come back, we will talk about this week's Kinky Girl topic. So if you want to weigh in on that, feel free to do that now so that your comments can be heard when I come back. It's www.dareva.com that you can leave your comment. This week's topic, we are talking about public affection. Is that a yay or a nay for you? But we'll talk about that when I come back. Mr. DJ, it's your turn.